Kansas's station for all the hits. The most hit music every hour to get you through your day. Power Hits 97.5 is a highly rated top 40 station playing today's best music, serving Salina with the perfect blend of current hits. All the hits, all the time. Power Hits 97.5.
SalinaPost.com is Salina's #1 news source. Our local news team has their fingers on the pulse of the city, breaking important stories impacting our community. Salina Post is also your home for live streaming local sports. Your 24/7 local news leader, SalinaPost.com.
Eagle Radio Salina is more than just your favorite radio stations. We are your creative partner for the web. We can craft digital marketing plans unique to your needs. Our creative team creates amazing digital ads for the web. We also offer outstanding video production for your website, YouTube, Facebook, Hulu, and more. Let our Eagle team help you soar. Discover the power of today's radio and digital platforms.
The following is a presentation of Eagle Radio and Sacred Heart Basketball.
And welcome into what'll be a quadruple header before all is said and done here today at Chapman and the Irish Classic. Good afternoon. I'm Adam Coulter with Brian Dennett on the camera once again here today. 4 games on tap here as the matinee will be the girls and the boys of Sacred Heart taking on Rossville. And then the nightcap doubleheader with the girls and boys later on. We'll have coverage of Chapman taking on Bishop Ward here in the 4-team round-robin tournament at the Irish Classic here in Chapman. Welcome again into the USD 473 District Gym. Again, Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett here, and the Sacred Heart girls getting warmed up as they will be the home team on the scoreboard for this first of 4 here this afternoon as they come in with a record of 1-1 as they get set to face off against the Rossville Lady Bulldogs at 1-0 on the young season. I do want to make mention of something as well here on the broadcast that was earlier this afternoon, I guess late for me as I was getting ready to head here to Chapman, but if you happen to be back in Salina or back in Saline County listening here this afternoon, 1, we're glad you're with us for our audio and video here of these games, and 2, if maybe you're working or otherwise unable to be here this afternoon, the games tomorrow, if you are planning on being here tomorrow, the games have been pushed up an hour, so as opposed to the original 2 o'clock tip times, the varsity, actually all 4 games between Bishop Ward and Sacred Heart and also Chapman and Rossville, those games will all be 1 o'clock tip-off for the girls, and then the boys will follow as opposed to the 2 o'clock original tip times for those games. So again, if you're heading out here tomorrow, you'll want to leave an hour early as again the tip times have been moved tomorrow as it'll be Sacred Heart taking on Bishop Ward in girls and boys action with the girls tipping off at 1 o'clock, likewise for Chapman and for Rossville here from Chapman and the Irish Classic. Rossville out on the floor now to my right, the Knights to my left. The Knights in the home whites here this afternoon. Gold numerals and trim on the jerseys with the gold piping and the cross on the jersey shorts for Sacred Heart. Meanwhile, Rossville on the road, blacks, red numerals, red letters with the white trim on the Lady Bulldogs uniforms here this afternoon. And Sacred Heart coming in 1-1 as they pulled away from Chapman in that game this past Tuesday night, and that was a game back and forth. The Knights got double-figure lead. Chapman chipped away, came right back, and got it to within 1 late in the second quarter. The Knights led by 4 at halftime, and then the Knights begin the third quarter on an 11-0 run, and that was really what put the game away for the Lady Knights as they defeat Chapman this past Tuesday, and then the Chapman boys and Sacred Heart boys, and that one was a wire-to-wire win by Sacred Heart as the boys from Sacred Heart go to 2-0, and the girls from Sacred Heart even their record this past week at 1-1, and where both Chapman teams, it was their opening game of the season. Both the girls and boys of the Irish are 0-1 coming into the games later on against Bishop Ward. Meanwhile, for Rossville, they swept Bishop Ward this past Tuesday night And those games were actually at Rossville as the boys got the victory, did Rossville over Bishop Ward. That score is 77-69. And the girls, a very lopsided score. A very young team are the Lady Cyclones, and I want to double check this real quick, as it was a very lopsided score, that one. And I saw them last year. They were a very young and undersized team, but I don't believe it's a typo, but the score that I have is 98. Check that, 89-9. So a very lopsided score as the Lady Cyclones fell to the Rossville Lady Bulldogs in that game back on Tuesday. So for now, we will get set for the starting lineups and the opening tip-off of our first of four here. Hope you enjoy them today. As first of all, for the Rossville Lady Bulldogs, again coming in 1-0 on the season, head coach is Derek Dick, and they will start Cheyenne Hahn, 5'4" senior. Also Riley Dick will start. She's a 5'6" junior. Maggie Sanders in the starting 5'4" and a junior. Also Sydney Summer, 5'11" and a senior. And Nora Burdick is a sophomore at 5'11", so it would be Burdick and Summer, Sanders, Dick, and Hahn starting for Rossville here in this one as we get it going here shortly. And for the Knights, same starting five as per usual for the Knights as these first two games. Adeline Lee, who's going to be a four-year starter when all is said and done, started the majority of the Knights games last year as a freshman. Her sophomore season for Adeline Lee. Also starting Bethany Campa, she is a senior. Skylar Douglas leading a scorer for the Knights. She's led the Knights in the first two games. Skylar's a junior. Also Nicole Richards will start this afternoon, a junior. And Alyssa Patterson, another senior today for the Knights. So Patterson, Richards, Douglas, Campa, and Lee be the starting five for Sacred Heart. Just about set to go here from Chapman. Again, our first of four here today. We'll have the girls from Sacred Heart and Rossville will hook it up here to start us off. The boys will follow. And then later on, Chapman will host Bishop Ward as the boys tip time set, or the girls tip time, I should say, set for 6th. And the girls set, well, I said that completely backwards. The girls at 6, the boys at 7:30 here as the nightcap later on here from Chapman. It's about set to go, and it's been Skylar Douglas jumping center for the Knights the first two games, so we'll see if Coach Carl Hines, by the way, Sacred Heart's head coach, talking to a starting five right now, and here comes the Lady Bulldogs out onto the floor. So it's going to be 5'11" versus 5'7". It'll be Nora Burdick for Rossville. Skylar Douglas for the Knights to jump center. Here's the opening tap, first of four, and opening tap is controlled by Rossville. Playing right in the lane, right off the glass, and a shot missing. Rebound taken by Burdick. There's a three-point shot from the top of the key, right out the bat, up and good.
Number 12, Dick for 3.
Riley Dick didn't waste any time. We're 20 seconds in, it's 3-0. On to the other end, the Knights working right to left. There's a three-point shot to answer. That shot's going to be missed and out of bounds off of Douglas. The shot by Lee, no good. And the ball back to Rossville. Opening 30 seconds. Rosso with the ball and the three-point cushion at the moment. Moving to the right side, Dick. Pass into the lane to Burdick, back to Dick, and thrown out of bounds. Into the near corner to our right, it's out of bounds, and the ball back on the turnover to Sacred Heart. 7:20 left here, the opening quarter. Knights looking for their first basket here of the game. Still very, very early on here in this one. Skylar Douglas, top of the key. Between the rings. Up to, well, back to Richards now. Shot, though, no missing. Nice pass from Campa, but can't get it to go. A minute gone by now in the first, and here comes Rossville. Burdick, coast to coast, to turn. A shot missing, tipped up by Douglas. And now a scrum for the ball. Kick back out to Burdick beyond the arc. And to reset, Lady Bulldogs with the ball back. Riley Dick with the ball. Nice pass right side up and good by Nora Burdick. 5-0 Lady Bulldogs early, 6.5 to play in the opening quarter. Here's Addie Lee now beyond the arc. Gives it to Campa. Campa now to Richards. 3-point shot, right wing up and good to answer. Skylar Douglas. Minute 45 gone by in the first. It's now 5-3. Knights are on the board. Riley Dick between the rings. Addie Lee defensively on her. Another 3-point shot. Left wing far side missing. Long rebound taken by Burdick. She'll turn around, put it back up and good. Nobody picked her up defensively. And it's now 7-3. Lady Bulldogs on top by 4. There's Douglas driving. Right lane line kicked out. Top of the key now, Nicole Richards, left wing. Back out high again to Douglas from Lee. And Douglas to Nicole Richards just beyond the arc. To Campa, working around the perimeter are the Sacred Heart ladies. 5.5 to go, first quarter. Bulldogs showing a zone defense. There's a 3-point shot from the right side and up and good. Nicole Richards with a 3. 7-6. Nice trail by as many as 5 early. Now on a 6-2 spurt to come within 1. And there's a traveling violation on Riley Dick. The ball back to the Knights. Comes our first substitution. Patterson goes out. Eden Sharpton comes in for Sacred Heart. 5 minutes even now, under 5 to play here. First quarter, 7-6 Bulldogs. In Rossville got the first 5. The Knights have got 6 of the last 8 points, I should say. Within 1, Douglas turnaround in the lane, got the shot. Will it count?
Hey, keep being aggressive.
The basket won't count. Foul's going to be on Shaylin Hahn. Picks up the foul. It's our first foul for either team here in the game. So the Knights will take it out. Non-shooting foul. Quick inbound to Campa. Skylar Douglas.
Back there.
Right side lead for 3 from the wing. Too strong with the 3-point shot. Rebound taken. Claire Whitmore is checked in for Rossville and airmails a pass out of bounds over the sideline, or over the baseline rather. Campa's going to go out. Bethany will go out as Mia Hamilton checks in for the Knights. 4:28 to play in the first quarter. The Knights, any basket here. Well, a field goal, I should say, and that's tipped out of bounds, and nice play, as that was Claire Whitmore forcing the turnover, tapping it away from Mia Hamilton, and it goes out of bounds off of Mia, so it's going to be back to the Bulldogs. Still up 1, 7-6. They led early 5-0. And there's an offensive foul. Dick let that elbow out just enough, and referee right there on it. Fouling Riley Dick. Her first, second on the team. As we approach the midpoint here of the first quarter. 4 minutes gone by and 4 minutes to go, and the Knights down 7-6. Hamilton, right side to Richards. Oh, and that was halfway down around the iron, but no good with the shot. Lily Mitchell's also checked in here for Rossville. Right side, Burdick for 3. That's going to be off, and out of bounds it goes. And that was last touched by one of the Bulldogs. Last touch by Claire Whitmore. And a timeout's going to be called. We'll take one as well. 3:41 to play in the opening quarter. Rossville 7, Sacred Heart 6. You're listening and watching the coverage of the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Welcome back here to the Irish Classic. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett on the broadcast. 7-6, Knights with the ball, still looking for their first lead of the game. Nice pass to Mia Hamilton, and could not get that one to go. Tough luck runner there. Knocked out of bounds right in front of us. In between the scorer's table and the Knight bench. Foul's going to be called on Addie Lee, her first. And the first team foul charge to the Knights, 7-6. And if you're just joining us, the Bulldogs open up on a 5-0 spurt. Knights are on a 6-2 run of their own to get it within one since. Turnaround shot, that's missed, and a foul will go against the Knights. It'll be the second on the team. This one will be 2 shots coming for Nora Burdick. And the foul's going to go on Nicole Richards. First on her free throw. First one up and around and good. Burdick leads all scorers at the moment with 5. And the lead is a couple again, 8-6. Second shot up and also rattles it in. 6 for Burdick. And the score 9-6 now. Knights down by 3. Back down the floor, Addie Lee from Douglas. 3 minutes left now here in the opening quarter of our opening game of 4 here today from Chapman in the Irish Classic. Lee for 3 to tie, and she hits it. 3 threes for the Knights. Lee with 1, Douglas with 1, Richards with 1, and our first tie of the game. 9 apiece. A long 3, that's up and that's good. Good couple of steps. Maybe more behind the 3-point arc. Riley Dick answers, and a 3 of her own, her second 3. She's got 6, the lead back to 3. Shot missing by Sacred Heart, and a double dribble is going to be called against Burdick, so it'll be a turnover against the Lady Bulldogs. That's checking in Maggie Sanders and Sydney Summer back in, and here comes Ellie Camp, I should say, in for Nicole Richards for Sacred Heart. Ellie's first time on the floor this afternoon. 2:27 left, first quarter. 12-9. The Knights had it tied momentarily, and now trail by 3 once again. Again, their biggest deficit was 5 when it was 5-0 early to start the game. Comes Patterson back in. She will come in for Eden Sharpton for Sacred Heart. Quick inbounds. Left corner, near side. Hamilton up top to Douglas. Back to the left. Lead for 3 again. That's going to be short. Tipped around, and the 5'11 frame of Burdick, but she's in a trio of Knights on the floor. Addie saves it. Lee saves it for the Knights, and the ball all over the place. Douglas will turn around from the right, or the left lane line rather, and that won't go. And now the Bulldogs want to run. 5'11 Burdick in the lane, pass to her left, no good. Offensive rebound, putback is up and good.
Sanders for 2.
Maggie Sanders, her first basket, lucky number 13. 12-11 lead for 3 again, and that one will go. She's got 6. 14-12 now. Another 3. They're raining 3s. That one, though, won't go for Riley Dick, excuse me. Tie-up is called. Both teams definitely letting them fly from 3-point range. Riley Dick 2 herself. Addie Lee 2 more for the Knights. Douglas and Richards a 3 apiece for Sacred Heart. Turnaround, nice pass, and that's going to be a foul call. That was Cheyenne Hahn. Taking the pass down low. Basket no good, but she'll go to the free throw line. Second foul called on Addie Lee. Third team foul against the Knights. 1:18 left in the first. 14-12. Free throw up and pops in, pops back out again. Skylar Douglas was out for a moment. She will come back in for Addie Lee, who's going to sit with 2 fouls. Still $1:18 left to go here in the opening quarter. Second free throw up. And that one does rattle in. Cheyenne Hahn's first point. And it makes it a 3-point game once again, 15-12. Mia Hamilton back down the floor for the Knights, reaching in briefly, and Hamilton got it back. Now Douglas. Patterson getting trapped on the baseline on the left side now, gets it off to Hamilton, back up top to Douglas, right side to Campa. A minute to go in the first. Knights down 15-12. The shot underneath, right side, offensive rebound, put back up is good by Patterson. And both Campas are out there now, Bethany and Mia. Or not Mia, I'm sorry. Ellie, I should say. Shot missing by Campa. Put back though by Patterson, good 15-14. That shot over the iron, no good. Rebound Douglas. We'll see if the Knights slow it down, and Coach Hines is going to call a timeout to talk about it with 24 seconds left here late in the first. Another break, 1-point game again. It's Rossville 15, Sacred Heart 14. You're listening to coverage and watching coverage of the Irish Classic presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group here on Salina Post.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Back at the USD 473 District Gym, Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett here on the broadcast. 20 seconds left and counting. Late first quarter, the Knights going to play for the final shot and try and get the lead back here to end this first quarter. Now 10, now 9, now 8. Lee between the rings, right side, Skylar Douglas looking. Camping out top. Gonna get a shot off quick. Lee for 3, and it'll miss. And a heck of an opening quarter, as it's a 1-point game. The Bulldogs stay on top. It is Rossville 15 after the opening 8 minutes. Rossville 15 and Sacred Heart 14. We're back with the second quarter after a break. You're listening to the Irish Classic presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group, right here on SalinaPost.com.
You're listening.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
8 minutes on the clock, and we're back here in Chapman at the Irish Classic. First of 4 here this afternoon and this evening later on. Eden Sharpton back in there. Nice pass to Nicole Richards, and the Knights back on top by 1. Nicole Richards opens the scoring here in the second. Now the Knights back on top by a single point, 16-15. Mia Hamilton going to check in here. She's at the scorer's table. Back to the Bulldogs. Beyond the three-point arc is Hahn. Swings it now to the right side. Shot off the glass and the rim and missing. That one no good. And back to the Knights up a point with the ball. Left side Douglas for three, and that's going to miss right into the hands of Maggie Sanders with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Nice play by Douglas, tips it out of bounds. It'll go right back to the Bulldogs in front of the Knight bench. Checking back in, Nora Burdick for Rossville. Mia Hamilton back out there for Sacred Heart to join Nicole Richards. Also out there, Skylar Douglas. Eden Sharpton's out there, as is Bethany Campa. And there's an offensive foul, the second one the Knights have taken here in the game thus far. That one's going to be called, 12 fouls, 12. Nicole Richards took the foul. Riley Dick committed it. That's her second personal. First team foul here in the second quarter. 7:05 to go before halftime. Knight ball with a 1-point lead. Richards inbounds to Douglas. Goes left side, Mia Hamilton up there. 2-3 zone. Defensively shown from Rossville. Left side, Hamilton with it. Dribbles out top, bounce pass to her right, to Campa. Campa back. Now Sharpton on the baseline, kick back out up top it goes. Left side to Douglas, and all five girls, a hand on it right there on that exchange. All the way around the arc it goes. Douglas right side, back to Hamilton. 90 seconds gone by in the second. There's Douglas driving from the right side, shot up off the heel, no good. And again, that 5'11 frame, Nora Burdick, allows her to haul in that rebound. A shot off the glass and too strong. And that won't go for Maggie Sanders. The ball back again to the Knights. Still up 16-15. Sacred Heart, the only two thus far, as we played not quite 2 minutes here in the second quarter. Left side to Nicole Richards. Now Hamilton between the circles. Back to Campa, now back to Hamilton again, and back to Campa. Backdoor pass, shot though missing, as Sharpton looking for a cutting Richards to the basket. Can't get the shot to go. On the other end, Burdick got it. She's got 8, and the lead seesawing now. It's a 1-point lead again for Rossville, as we have 5.5 to play before intermission. 17-16 Bulldogs. It's been a good one thus far. Douglas between the circles. Left side to Hamilton. From Campa now to Bethany. And just really almost an eerily quiet, just such an early game. And these two teams are the visiting team. It'll be fuller and louder later on with Chapman in the nightcap, but fans of both teams here. It's a three-point shot by Douglas, left side missing, and tipped out of bounds off of Sharpton, and it'll go back to the Bulldogs. A second beyond the 5-minute mark. There comes Ellie Campa into the game. In for Eden Sharpton, also checking in for the Bulldogs. Claire Whitmore checks back in, as does Lily Mitchell, as they'll come in for Sydney Summer and Maggie Sanders. So the Dogs with the ball and the 1-point advantage. Dick with it into the near corner. Now pass to Burdick in the lane, and a trio of Knights, and gets the shot to go. First double-figure score. Burdick's got 10. The lead is 3 again. 19-16 Rossville. Left side to Douglas. To Campa from the baseline left. Missing. And Mia Hamilton had it for a moment. Bulldogs, though, down the ball. 3-point shot by Dick. Up. Short. Boy, and that did not think that was going to go. It actually took a second bounce off the iron. Douglas left side. Hamilton for 3. That's going to miss short. Offensive rebound. Ellie Campa. 4 bounces, but it goes for her. First bench points for the Knights. It's a 1-point game again, 19-18. Halfway through the second. 4 minutes to go before halftime. Scoreboard showing 19-17. That should be 19-18 right now. Tie up called. Ball to the Lady Knights. And there it goes. Scoreboard correct now. A timeout called by the Knights, speaking of which. 3:50 left here before halftime. Back and forth we go. Bulldogs back up by 1 again, 19-18, as you're listening and watching. Sacred Heart basketball here from the Irish Classic in Chapman on SalinaPost.com.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
3:50 left before halftime. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett back here in Chapman, the Irish Classic. First game of 4 today. And we'll be here the duration this afternoon into this evening. Sacred Heart and Rossville girls kicking things off. 3-point shot by Addie Lee. Missed it short. Rebound taken by Hahn. And checking in, Holly Bonilla's checked into the game for the Knights for the first time this afternoon. There's a shot up and good. That was Riley Dick. 3-3, she's got 9, and the lead now is 4. Knights would trail by as many as 5 at the outset at 5-0. Down by 4, still just a 2-possession lead. Bonilla right side, Addie Lee. 3 minutes left before halftime. Knights are down by 4, 22-18. Bonilla and reaching in, nearly stealing it away and got it back. It was Whitmore defensively that just about got that steal. Bonilla. Left side Douglas, left corner to Richards. Now back top of the key, Douglas right side for Lee for 3. That'll miss short again. And the rebound taken by Hahn and back to the Bulldogs. Outlet pass now 2-on-2 down the floor. Kick back out and a steal by Douglas. 2.5 to play is second quarter. Douglas down the floor, Addie Lee. Hamilton back up top. Douglas will try a 3 from the top. That'll miss. Offensive rebound, Addie Lee, and the putback is up and good. Addie Lee with 8 points. The Knights down by a couple at 22-20 now. Dick left side to Hahn. And again, Burdick drives though, left side, left lane line. That's no good, and a scrum on the floor. Tie up, and the ball will stay with the Lady Bulldogs. Comes Patterson back in for the Knights, in for Ellie Campa. Comes Bethany Campa back in for Addie Lee. Hahn and Sanders check back in for the Bulldogs. Reached in by Douglas, got a piece of the inbound pass, but Dick with a drive right baseline missing. Offensive rebound back to the near side, Dick. Bonilla there to greet her near half court defensively. Maggie Sanders back to the near side. Dick for 3, top of the key again, and it's good again. Riley Dick, 12 points on 4 threes, and the lead is 5 one more time. So second time the Knights have been down by 5. Still very much in this thing with 90 seconds to go before halftime. And very much a back and forth game thus far. There's Campa, back up top, Bonilla right side to Douglas. And again, the Bulldogs stay in a zone defense. And around the arc it goes now. Douglas will drive. Left lane line, left hand off glass. Too strong there. And the rebound taken and back to the Lady Bulldogs. Down the floor, Dick lost the handle, got it back. Some contact underneath. No foul called either way. Final minute now before halftime. The Knights, another trip down, trying to take a little bit out of this lead, down by 5. And there's a jump ball and a tie-up. Called again. Possession arrow to the Knights. Mia Hamilton checks back in, as will Addie Lee. Bonilla goes out. Bethany Campa goes out. So it's Douglas, Richards, Patterson, Hamilton, and Lee for the Knights. 45 seconds to go. Dick, Sanders, Burdick, Hahn, and Summer, the 5 starters on the floor for the Bulldogs. 30 seconds left for 3, left corner up and no good. And scrappy play by Addie Lee, something she's known for, but diving for the loose ball but can't save it. 27.9 to go, second quarter, 25-20 Rossville. They've matched their biggest lead at 5 points. So back to the near side to Burdick. Head coach Derek Dick calling out the Wildcat play, whatever that may be. And they got the turnover. Knight's bench wanted to travel. They got a double dribble, so all the same. Brooke Springer. Fallon Clearman, excuse me. A shot at the horn, and that's missed by Douglas. And we are through the opening 16 minutes. We will take a break here at halftime. Well, the game started with a 5-point lead, 5-0 early by Rossville, and that's the same deficit the Knights look up at here at the break, but a close one. 25-20 the score here at halftime. We'll take a break here at halftime and come back as you're listening and watching Sacred Heart basketball here from the Irish Classic, and coverage presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group here on SalinaPost.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment, upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website, and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialists. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back to coverage of the Irish Classic here in Chapman. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett on the broadcast. here from the USD 473 District Gym. Got a good one going on, a back and forth game, and the Bulldogs matching their biggest lead at 5 points here at the halftime break. It's Rossville 25, Sacred Heart 20 in our girls game. And I mentioned back and forth, and they were bombing threes, first quarter especially, but second quarter, Riley Dick, who leads all scorers right now with a dozen, that's on 4 threes. As Nora Burdick also with 10 for Rossville, 2 for Maggie Sanders, and also 1 of 2 from the free throw line back in the opening quarter for Cheyenne Hahn is the scoring thus far for the Lady Bulldogs. Meanwhile, for the Knights, they're led with Addie Lee's 8 points, and in the first quarter we go back. Lee had 2 threes, Douglas 1, Richards 1, and scoring totals on the heels of that. Again, Lee with 8, Richards with 5, Douglas with 3, Patterson with 2, and Ellie Campa with 2 off the bench in the second quarter as well. So the Knights gotten a couple of 1-point leads. They've trailed more than they've led, have the Knights, but back and forth the teams have gone and still very much in this thing. It'll be fun to see how the teams respond after the break and into the second half. But again, right now, 25-20 is our halftime score of the girls' game. After this one, we'll have the boys of these same 2 teams, Rossville and Sacred Heart. They'll go head-to-head in our second of our 4 games today. And then the nightcap, the host school, the Chapman Irish, will host Bishop Ward with the girls. And then the boys, that'll be our 4 games. We'll have coverage of every one of them here this afternoon into this evening here on SalinaPost.com. Again, glad to have you along. And if you are just joining us or maybe back in Salina listening this afternoon, we want to remind you if you are heading out tomorrow, you'll want to come an hour early as the tip times. Whereas today that all 4 games are here in the district gym, tomorrow it'll be Chapman and Rossville here in the district gym, and the auxiliary gym, the middle school gym, will be Bishop Ward and Sacred Heart. I'll be there with Sacred Heart, and Devin Haney's going to have the call of Chapman and Rossville right here as well. So we've got you covered with all the games, but big thing to, again, let you know if you hadn't heard by now that they pushed the games up. They're going to start an hour early tomorrow, so where the tip times were set for 2 for the girls and the boys to follow at about 3:30, it'll now be 1 o'clock tip time for the girls. So again, if you're heading over here to Chapman tomorrow, do be reminded that the games will start at 1 and not 2 as originally scheduled here for the final day here of the tournament in the Irish Classic here in Chapman. Halftime score once again 25-20. We'll take another break, come back, and just about set for third quarter action. We will come back and get set for the second half after a break. 25-20, about said Chapman, 25-20 Rossville here at the break over the Knights of Sacred Heart. Back after a break as you're watching the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Are you looking to buy or sell real estate? With 10 years of experience serving Northeast Kansas from Abilene to Wamego, leave it to a professional. Call Kirsten Ross, Realtor and owner with Homefront Real Estate Group. Buying a home, whether it be your first time or second time, is one of the biggest financial decisions you'll make in a lifetime. Therefore, finding the right agent to help you make the process easier is essential. Kirsten Ross is there for you and your family every step of the way. Visit rosshouses.com and go Irish.
At
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
And now back to Sacred Heart Basketball.
And welcome back to Sacred Heart Basketball on a Friday afternoon. First of 4 games here today, and just about set for the start of the second half of the Sacred Heart Rossville girls contest. Been a good one back and forth, and the Bulldogs opened the game on a 5-0 run, and they have built that 5-point lead back as we get set for the start of the second half. As Rossville already coming back out onto the floor, the Knights momentarily as the final seconds tick away here from the halftime clock. So looks like the starting 5 for both teams will head back out on the floor. It'll be Cheyenne Hahn, Riley Dick, Maggie Sanders, Sydney Summer, and Nora Burdick for Rossville. And for the Knights, Addie Lee, Bethany Campus, Skylar Douglas, Nicole Richards, and Alyssa Patterson. Be Rossville ball. Maggie Sanders will inbound across the way. Into the backcourt to Cheyenne Hahn, and we are underway here in quarter number 3. Now the Bulldogs right to left, and the Knights will work left to right as we view it here, and as you view it as well. Opening 15 seconds, a loose ball now. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Coach Hines for the Knights thought he had a turnover right there, but to no avail. So back in Riley Dick around a pick to her right. Swing pass inside Burdick, back out to Dick for 3. Shot up, missed. Long rebound, tipped up and taken by Addie Lee. Tight roping the sideline now. Left side, Patterson, out of bounds it goes. And it's going to go back to the Lady Bulldogs. Opening minute here of the third. So Bulldog ball with a 5-point lead. As Dick and Lee driving and lost the handle, did Riley Dick, trying to drive into the lane.
Foul is on number 12 for Sacred Heart. Richards for second foul. Team foul number 1.
So number 12 fouls number 12. Dick's free throw is good. She's got a baker's dozen now. That's her first basket that hasn't been a 3. 4 threes for a dozen at halftime. Second free throw and buried them both. And a foul, by the way, her number 12 counterpart, Nicole Richards. That was her second personal. First team foul. Now Richards, left side, missed the 3. And the rebound taken by Hahn back to Rossville. But overthrew a pass. Looking for Burdick, overshot her. The ball sails out of bounds, so it's a turnover back to the Knights. Biggest deficit now at 7, 27-20. Minute gone by here in the third. Skylar Douglas beyond the arc now. To Campa, now Nicole Richards. Looking left, Addie Lee. Eyed the rim there just a moment outside the arc. To Douglas it goes. And Nicole Richards up top. 6:40 left. Third quarter, Knights down 7 with the ball. Tap from behind, it'll stay with the Knights out of bounds in front of the, right into the Knight bench.
Don't be afraid to drive.
Douglas inbounds to Campa near the half-court circle. And that big Irish logo at center circle and half-court. 6.5 to play. And rolling here in quarter number 3. A couple of free throws has extended the lead for the Bulldogs to 7, their biggest. Douglas in traffic, trying to get it to Patterson, and a foul's going to be called. And this one is going to put, well, the foul's going to be called on Maggie Sanders. Quick inbound, and Richards has it tapped away. Outlet pass tipped out. Nice deep. A tough play there by Douglas. She got the save. Saves it in, but Cheyenne Hahn now has 3, and just right place, right time now. Nice pass down the lane the other end. The shot good by Patterson, and give the assist to Skylar Douglas. So it was a 9-point game for a moment. Now back down to 7. 29-22, Sacred Heart down 7. Riley Dick and Addie Lee, another 3 left side. That one will miss. And the rebound taken by Campa, dumped off to Addie Lee. 5.5 to play in the third. Lee, coast to coast, off the glass, got it. No, offensive foul. So that'll be, well, maybe not. I could have swore the referee made the signal for a charge, but the Knights will definitely take it. A 3-point play the old-fashioned way for Addie Lee. And the lead is down to 4. A little 5-0 spurt for the Knights. 5:15 to go. A little runner right side up and good by Burdick. She's got 12. And the lead is a half dozen, 31-25, just over 5 to play here in the third. Douglas for 3, top of the key, all open, and it is good. Douglas now with 8. Or check that, Douglas with 6. 30-second timeout, we'll take one as well. 5:01 to play in the third. The Knights down 31-28, cutting the lead as they take on Rossville here at the Irish Classic, broadcasting here on SalinaPost.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at SalinaPost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Welcome back to the USD 473 District Gym. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett on the broadcast. Knights back within 3. They were down by 9 for a moment. 29-20 on an 8-2 spurt now, as they've cut the deficit down to just 3. And a foul. This one is going to put Riley Dick at the free throw line. This will be the second team foul against the Knights. And Mia Hamilton's checked back in. Just her first personal foul. Eden Sharpton's also back in there for the Knights. The free throw is up and good. As 15 for Riley Dick. Back in there, Claire Whitmore and Lily Mitchell. Checking in for Maggie Sanders and Sydney Summer for the Bulldogs. Second free throw is also good. 4 of 4 from the free throw line here in the quarter for Riley Dick. 5-point game, 33-28. Knights down 2 possessions. Richards top of the key looking for Hamilton to her left. Now Lee in the near corner to Douglas. Tries to swing a pass to Hamilton. It's out of bounds, and they'll say it is Bulldog ball. Come the Bulldogs back down the floor once again. Knights had chipped a 9-point deficit down to 3. Now it's 5. And there's another foul called. That looks like it'll go on Nicole Richards against the Knights. Or I take that back. It's going to be on Eden Sharpton, her first. And the third team foul against the Knights here in the quarter. Free throw up. One bounce off the front iron and no good by Nora Burdick. Second free throw up and missed them both. And the rebound goes to Eden Sharpton. Addie Lee to the near corner, left side Douglas. Now Richards thought about a three for a sec. Now Lee. Richards and around the arc it goes now to Mia Hamilton, back to Skylar Douglas. Looking for a pick to her right, now gives it off to Richards and back to Addie Lee. Just past the midpoint here of the corner, and she's going to try a three right side and bury it as Addie Lee. She's got 13. Actually, she's got 14. 6 alone here in the quarter, and the Knights within a couple. 3.5 to play, third quarter. The Knights trail it now just 33-31, and there's a traveling violation on the Bulldogs, and a chance for the Knights to tie it up or take the lead on this trip down the floor. Richards inbounds to Lee. Knights were down 29-20. There's a three by Lee for the lead. That's short, and the rebound tipped away by Douglas. And she's got it. Bounce pass left side to Mia Hamilton. Trapped there, back up top to Richards. And now Douglas, beyond the arc it goes once again. Addie Lee right side, grabbing the baseline. Now backing off again beyond the arc. Now Nicole Richards will try a three up top. Off the heel, no good. Rebound taken by Hahn and back to Rossville. 2:55 to go in the third. 33-31 Rossville. In the lane to Hahn, kicked out, right baseline, shot up and good. Nothing wrong with that shot. Lily Mitchell, a couple of bench points for Rossville, and the lead back to 4. On the other minute, answer Douglas from the baseline, up and good. She's got 7. The lead is 2, and then a 3-point shot, I should say, by Dick, no good. Oh, and the Knights fans next to me were begging for a traveling violation, didn't get the call, but they're going to call a foul on Eden Sharpton, her second, 4th on the team.
At the line, Burdick. Can't take 3 steps.
The first free throw is up and short. So Burdick's actually missed her last 3 free throws. Checking in for the Knights is Bethany Campa. Maggie Sanders and Sydney Summer check back in for the Bulldogs. Second free throw, and she missed them both. And again, some contact, and you could argue the feet were shuffling again by Riley Dick, but nonetheless, the Knights are going to get the ball out of bounds on the alternating possession arrow. 2:10 to play here in the third. There's Campa with it from Douglas. Left wing. Now in the corner, Douglas for 3. That one won't go. 2 minutes left, third quarter, 35-33 Rossville. And a timeout going to be called by the Lady Bulldogs, and head coach Derek Dick will take one as well. Full timeout, 1:57 to play in the third. Rossville 35, Sacred Heart 33, as you are watching coverage of the Irish Classic, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Back underway here out of the timeout. 3-point shot. Riley Dick up and good. Her 5th three. She's got 9 in the quarter. Shot 1, 2, 3 bounces off the cylinder, up and good by Ellie Campa now with 4 and a chance for a 5th. .140 left. 19 for Riley Dick. The foul called on Sydney Summer, just her first, and the 3rd team foul here in the 3rd quarter. Whistled against the Bulldogs. Free throw up off the heel, the backboard, and in it goes. 5 points off the bench for Ellie Campa. 90 seconds left in the 3rd, and the Knights within 2 again, 38-36.
Don't leave, no help.
Pass inside, tipped around, kicked out. Dick in the corner for 3 again. That one will miss. Rebound, and put back by Nora Burdick, and hits the hardwood with a thud, but thankfully right back up and okay. Maddie Lee's down and foul on the inbound. 2 shots coming.
It's an illegal screen.
So with 1:21 to play now, 3rd quarter. 2 shots coming for Nora Burdick.
Number 2, Campo with the foul.
And Bethany Campa called for the foul, just her first. 5th team foul against Sacred Heart. Free throw is up and rattles in there. Burdick with 13. And this second free throw can make it a 2-possession game once more. And that one, 3 bounces and in. 14 for Burdick, the lead 4 with 1:20 left here in the 3rd. Bulldogs 40, Knights 36. Reaching by Dick, had a hand on him for a moment now. Lee left side to Campa, back to Lee between the circles, right side near wing. Richards back to Lee near half court. Richards again. Lee right side for 3, up, off the heel, no good. Long rebound and taken by Maggie Sanders for the Bulldogs. There's Dick, pull up from the right baseline, no good. Rebound taken by Addie Lee. 50 seconds left, 3rd quarter, Knights down by 4. Lee, a long 3 from the top, that one will miss. Good couple of steps beyond the top of the key. Now down the floor, and a pass gonna skip out of bounds. Out of the hands and away from Maggie Sanders. The ball back to the Knights with 36.2 to go. As Skylar Douglas and Mia Hamilton will both check in for the Knights. Bethany Camp is gonna go out. And Bethany and Bethany, both Campos will go out. In for the Bulldogs as Dick goes out. And Fallon Clerman back in for Rossville. 25 seconds with a 3-point shot off the top of the board. Boy, nice rebound. Mia Hamilton knifed her way into the lane in a crowd of black jerseys. The foul is going to be called on Maggie Sanders. Her second, 4th against the Bulldogs. and earns herself a couple of free throws. First one short. Riley Dick's going to check back in as Clerman will go back out again. Comes Mia's second free throw, and she will get the second one. That's her first point of the game. One possession lead again for the Rossville Lady Bulldogs, 40-37. Final 15 seconds here of the third. Now the Knights showing a zone defense. A steal by Addie Lee, still 10 seconds left. Knights want to run, lead to the basket, off the scoop shot, good. 8 in the quarter, and there's a long heave, no good. 16 points now for Addie Lee. The Knights within a point again. We're through 3. Should be a good fourth. Rossville 40, Sacred Heart 39. We're back after a break as you are listening to coverage of the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC. The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back to Chapman in the Irish Classic. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett here. First of 4 today, and the opener has been a good one. 3 quarters in, the Knights have been down by as many as 9. 3-point shot up, and that's going to miss. The carom goes back up top to Hahn. Dick for 3 again, and she hits it again. 22 for Riley Dick. 4-point lead now for the Bulldogs. 30 seconds gone by, early fourth quarter. Mia Hamilton. Baseline right side, back out beyond the arc. 2. Lee, shot missing, and the rebound will be taken by Sanders. And now Riley Dick will take it across the timeline for the Bulldogs. 45 seconds gone by here in the fourth quarter now. Pass down low, nice tip by Sharpton to tip it away from Burdick in the lane. And a traveling violation. Addie Lee trying to get the ball to Skylar Douglas. And some oohs and ahs from the Bulldog bench. And they got the call. Traveling violation on Addie. 4-point game now. Dick back down the floor for 3 again. Deflected from behind by Lee.
Good deep, good deep.
Coach Dick thought she was fouled, and the referee a couple of times motioning the ball was tipped. So it will go back to Rossville. With 1:10 gone by, quick shot on the inbound, up and good. Nora Burdick with 16. 5-0 spurt to start the quarter. The Knights down by 6 here. 45-39. Hamilton to Douglas to Lee, left side wing. There's Douglas for 3 from the corner. Shot missing, and the rebound taken. Burdick to Dick. On the left side to Hahn. Boy, arcing shot, and the rebound taken. Eden Sharpton hauls it in for the Knights. And she's fouled. And the foul's going to be called on Nora Burdick. Her first personal and the first team foul. Checking back in Bethany Campa. and for Mia Hamilton for the Knights. 6:15 and rolling here. Final quarter of our first of 4 games today. It's been a good one. Sharpton back to Lee. Right baseline. Nicole Richards, 6 minutes to go. Lee and back out near half court. Around the arc it goes. Campa to Douglas, back to Campa. Bounce pass to Richards, looking for Douglas. Top of the key there. She'll drive for a moment to the elbow left side. Back to Campa. Drives the baseline to the basket. Those shot just too strong. And the rebound is taken. That was a tough one. It was a nice drive to the basket, but to no avail. Reaching by Douglas, and it's out of bounds on the far side.
Let's go. One stop. One stop. Stay up.
Here's the inbound. Hahn. Left side to Burdick, right side. Pass in there, and up and good. Nora Burdick with 18. And now it's an 8-point game. 47-7-0 run to start the fourth here for the Bulldogs. 47-39 with 5:10 to go in the game. Douglas left side. Well, around and around she goes. Oh, now another tough one. Rebound to Richards. Kicked out to Campa for, she thought about a 3 there. Lead to Douglas, and she is fouled in the lane. Foul be on Riley Dick. 4:54 to play. It'll be a non-shooting foul. Second team foul against the Lady Bulldogs here in the fourth. Just under 5 to play in the game. 8-point lead for Rossville. Lead to Douglas, beyond the arc, back to Lee for 3. Left side shot, good. 19 for Addie Lee, and the Knights aren't done yet. A 7-0 run to start the quarter, and the lead from 8-5 for Rossville. 4:42 to play in the game. Rossville 47, Sacred Heart 42. As you're listening and watching coverage of the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at SalinaPost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart basketball here from the Irish Classic. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett here on the broadcast. 19 for Addie Lee to lead the Knights. 22 for Riley Dick as she leads all scorers. And 18 more from Nora Burdick for the Lady Bulldogs as well. The high scorers here in the game thus far. 4:42 to go in the fourth. And that 3 before the break by Addie Lee broke what was a 7-0 run to start the quarter. Full court press by the Knights. And Douglas ties up. Riley Dick in the backcourt. Possession arrow will stay with Rossville. Trying to get it in. Another full court press by the Knights. In goes to Sanders, and now off to Burdick. Burdick driving left side to the right off the glass. Nice pass up and good. Sydney Summer, her first basket, but what a time for it. 7-point game again, 49-42. And they're going to say it went off Addie Lee. 4:16 to play. Bulldogs up 7. Just shy of the midpoint here of the fourth quarter. Back out for 3. Shot up. That'll miss. Rebound underneath. Eden Sharpton got a hand on it. Also Nicole Richards down there. Loose ball taken back by the Bulldogs, and an easy basket from the left side, up and good by Burdick now with an even 20. Again, right place, right time. 9-point game, matching the biggest lead. 51-42. Here's Eden Sharpton, right lane line. And a pass for Richards is tipped away. It'll stay with the Knights. As here comes Patterson back in for Sharpton for the Knights. 3:37 to play in the game, and the Knights need a run here. A shot by Campa. That'll start it. Bethany Campa's first basket of the game. That's only the second basket here of the fourth quarter for the Knights. The other one being the three by Addie Lee. And down on the other end, a shot up, no good, but a foul called. So 3:21 to play in regulation. The Knights are down 7. And they're going to call the foul on Bethany Campa. Her second, and the first charge to the Knights here in the fourth quarter. Free throw is up and good. Second free throw, that one will miss. Summer 3 points for her, all here in the fourth. In the lane, Lee, and got it. Little floater. 21 for Addie Lee. As we approach 3 minutes left, the Knights within 2 possessions at 6 points. 52-46. And there's a foul called. It's going to go on Patterson. So it'll be 2 on the Knights. And Alyssa, her first personal. It's going to put Maggie Sanders at the line. 52-46, and the shot no good.
Hey, get a rebound. Everybody rebounds.
Ellie Camp is checked in. Douglas goes out for the time being. Just under 3 minutes to go in the game. The Knights are down by 6. Second free throw up. That one good. Addie Lee on the left side for Sacred Heart. Again, looking at the zone defense from 2-3 zone. Defensively by Rossville here. 2:30, 2.5 to go, and there's a foul called. That'll be the third against Rossville. And they're going to call the foul on Maggie Sanders, her third. 7-point game, 53-46. And inbounds to Addie Lee. Left side to Richards. 2:20 left here in regulation. Mia Hamilton back out there for the Knights. Richards to Campa. Pass down low, tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with the Knights. She was trying to get to the ball to Patterson. Underneath the basket. Tipped away. Richards will inbound for Sacred Heart. Richards, corner, shot up, left side. That's going to miss. And the rebound taken by Burdick off the miss from Campa. Two minutes left. Rossville 53, Sacred Heart 46, and a runner right side up and good. Basket good by Maggie Sanders. 4-4 on the other end. Addie Lee tried to force one up, and it's missed. Tie up. Possession arrow will keep it with the Knights. As Bethany Campa comes in for Ellie Campa, and Hamilton goes out. Douglas back in for the Knights as they join Lee, Patterson, and Richards. Starting 5 on the floor for the Lady Bulldogs. Shot up and good by Bethany Campa now with 4. It's a 7-point game, 55-48 with 1:43 to go. We'll take a timeout. Again, 1:43 left here in the game. Knights down by 7. You're listening and watching the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
And now back to Sacred.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Back in Chapman here at the Irish Classic, I'm Adam Coulter. Brian Dennett on our camera work this afternoon and this evening. Our first of 4 here today. Sacred Heart coverage of the girls and boys, and then Chapman's girls and boys later on tonight. A quadruple header here on SalinaPost.com. We're glad you're with us. 55-48. It was a 7-0 run by the Lady Bulldogs of Rossville to start the 4th. A 1-point game after 3. The Knights were down just 40-39. A 7-0 run put the Bulldogs up by 8. They led by as many as 9. Right now they lead by 7. 55-48. Knights trying to trap at half court as the clock down, and obviously the ally of the Lady Bulldogs. And there's a pass thrown away. The Knights force a turnover. A minute 25 to play. Knights aren't done with this yet. 55-48. Inbound. The starting 5 on the floor for both teams, save Bethany Campa out and Mia Hamilton in for the Knights. There's a reach and then a steal down the floor. Maggie Sanders ahead of the pack, and Addie Lee is going to be called for a foul, but not the worst time to pick one up, as going to make Sanders earn the points from the free throw line. 2-shot foul, each team with 3 here in the 4th. And Addie Lee with her 3rd personal. Free throw up and good.
At the line, number 13, Sanders.
Two of 3 in the quarter and 2 of 4 in the quarter now for Maggie Sanders. Tie up. Possession arrow back to the Bulldogs one more time as they tie up.
Hey, coming around.
Off the deflection and the rebound after the shot in the lane, and pass out of bounds with a minute 5 to go. Knights are down 8, 56-48. Inbound, Addie Lee from Nicole Richards. Lee quickly down the floor. Douglas for 3, right side, short, and rebounded by Summer. Taken back by the Knights, though, put back up and good by Lee, and a timeout called. Addie Lee with 23. The Knights are within 6, 53.6 to go in the game. Timeout Knights, a full timeout. We'll take one as well. 56-50 Rossville, as you're listening to coverage of the Irish Classic, and you're watching it here on SalinaPost.com.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of 2 types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Right back here from Chapman, full court press by Sacred Heart out of the timeout. 50 seconds to go, and there's a reach in, and Addie Lee's going to pick up her fourth foul. 3/4 of the way from the basket. It's her fourth personal and the fourth team foul against the Knights. Now a timeout's going to be called by Rossville with 49.2 left. So after the timeout, it'll be Rossville ball. Up 6 are the Dogs, 56-50. Back after a quick break. You're listening and watching the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Back once again here from Chapman in the USD 473 District Gym. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett. Knights back out on the floor. Richards, Patterson, Douglas, Lee, and Hamilton, the 5 on the floor. Starting 5 still out there for Rossville, and Hahn, Dick, Sanders, Summer, and Burdick. 40 seconds, reach in. Patterson nearly had a steal there. And Hamilton reaches in, and foul's going to be called on Mia Hamilton. Her second. That's 5 team fouls against Sacred Heart, so that should be 2 shots, and it will be. So to the free throw line is Riley Dick. 22 points to lead all scorers, and that free throw miss. Big one here. Could keep this one at 2 possessions if she misses it. Free throw up, and that one, though, will go. Dick with 23, right down the floor. Left side to Hamilton in the corner from Lee. Lee with it back between the rings, 25 seconds left. Now Skylar Douglas up top. Kicked out, Hamilton for 3, left side, off the heel, no good. Right back to, got her own rebound to Hamilton. Up with it. The Knights another offensive board now. Richards from Lee. Time running out though, 10 seconds left now. Lee bombs away from the right side short. And Bulldogs are gonna hang on and win this thing as the clock is gonna run out on the Knights. Boy, what a game, but the Knights give up a 7-0 run to start the quarter, and that's the margin of victory for Rossville. Final score in our girls game, our first of 4 today. Rossville 57, Sacred Heart 50. What a heck of a game by both teams. We'll come back with our post game after this. Final scoring numbers and more after a break, as you're watching and listening to coverage of the Irish Classic here in Chapman, here on SalinaPost.com.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment. Upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit SalinaSepticService.com.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialist. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way. Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialist. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back once again to Sacred Heart basketball here on SalinaPost.com. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett on the broadcast, finishing up girls coverage, and we had 3 double-figure scores between the two teams, and every one of them had at least 20. As Riley Dick had 23 to lead Rossville, 20 more by Nora Burdick, also a half dozen from Maggie Sanders. 3 by Cheyenne Hahn and 3 by Sydney Summers. All their points from the 5 starters for Rossville in the winning effort. Meanwhile, for the Knights, Addie Lee with 23, 8 for Skylar Douglas, 5 apiece for Nicole Richards, and 5 off the bench for Ellie Campa, 4 for Bethany Campa, and 1 of 2 from the free throw line back in the third quarter. 1 point for Mia Hamilton. Final score 57-50 here in our first of 4. Good game, but the Knights, again, the 7-0 run to start. They were within a point after 3 at 40-39. 7-0 run to start the fourth, put the Knights down by 8. They trailed by as many as 9. Got back within a couple of possessions, did the Knights, but could get no closer as the Bulldogs pull away in the end and hold on for a 7-point win, 57-50. So going to take a quick break here in between games. We will come back and we will get you set for the boys game. Same 2 teams, Sacred Heart and Rossville, coming your way. That's number 2 of 4, our quadruple header here today. Chapman and Bishop Ward, girls and boys, will follow, but our second of 2 on the way. Sacred Heart's boys taking on Rossville after a break. You're listening to coverage and watching the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group. Welcome back once again to coverage of Sacred Heart and Rossville here in our second game of 2 this afternoon. Second game of 4. I think I just said second of 2, but well, second of 2 between these two teams, but the 4 games today, all told. When all said and done today, we will have coverage of the Knights and the Irish, but for here, the here and now, for our second game coming up, it is the Sacred Heart Knights boys coming in 2-0, the Rossville Bulldogs coming in 1-0 after they upended Bishop Ward back on Tuesday. That was in Rossville. 77-69 was that final score. And for Rossville, they'll be the road team on the scoreboard once again, as were the girls, the Knights, and the home whites. For the Bulldogs, all juniors and seniors in their starting 5, as they'll start Jacoby McDonald, a 5'5" junior. Jack Donovan, another junior at 5'11". Cameron Miller, a junior, 6'4". Maki Jackson, 5'10" senior, and Cameron Badura, 6'4" senior. So a couple of 6'4" players. So the Bulldogs are going to have the advantage in experience and in height as well. So we'll see how the Knights fare against that. For Sacred Heart, meanwhile, their starting 5 include Carson Lehman, one of the seniors, junior Luke Colin and junior Will Tuttle, sophomores Noah Hines and Maddox Wells for Sacred Heart, coming off their win over Chapman back here on Tuesday night. So for Rossville, McDonald, Donovan, Miller, Jackson, and Badura. For Sacred Heart, Lehman, Cole, and Tuttle, Hines, and Wells.
For the Bulldogs, a junior, number 11, Cameron Miller. For the Knights, a junior, number 5, Will Tuttle. For Rossville, a senior, number 15.
And while the players being introduced, I do want to remind you, I mentioned early on, if you happen to be in Salina or just listening or watching here today, couldn't make it out, possibly with the games as early as they were today, I mentioned, and if you are heading out here to Chapman tomorrow, just be advised that the games are going to be an hour earlier than originally scheduled, so they, instead of the 2 o'clock tip time for the girls and the boys to follow, it'll be a 1 o'clock tip-off for the girls and the boys after that. So, again, if you are heading out here to Chapman tomorrow, you'll want to leave an hour early. And, again, remember that we'll have games in 2 gyms. We're going to have the coverage of Chapman and Rossville here in the district gym with Devin Haney on the call of those games, and I'll have the call of Sacred Heart and Bishop Ward from the auxiliary gym, the middle school gym here as well. So we got all the games covered again, as we do today. We're glad you're joining us here for coverage of Sacred Heart basketball this afternoon. Knights on the floor in the home whites, trimmed with the gold numerals and letters, black trim. Meanwhile, Rossville, black jerseys as the center circle. It's going to be Will Tuttle for the Knights. And 6'4" Cameron Miller. A couple of juniors will jump center here for their respective teams. Opening tap and controlled by the Ville, as it says on their jersey tops for Rossville. Just simply says Ville. A turnaround and a shot off the glass, though the iron no good. Offensive rebound. Jacoby McDonald on the far wing as the Bulldogs are going to work left to right here in the opening half. The Knights will go right to left as we view it. Pass to the near corner. Shot up. Good. Cameron Miller with a three-pointer to start things off. Tuttle for the Knights. Right side Lehman back to Tuttle on the right lane line. Had his pocket picked. Down the floor ahead of the pack off the glass. Up and good. 5-0. McDonald. Minute gone by. The Knights find themselves down by 5 early. Hines left side. Tuttle for 3 from the corner, and that's good. 5-0 run to start for Rossville. Now a 5-3 game. In the lane and trap. Boy, a nice reach in, and it was a nice play by Wells to reach in there and force the tie-up. Ball to the Knights. 6:39 to play. First quarter of our second game here. The boys in action. Knights down by a couple now. 5-3. 90 seconds into this one. Colin. Right side to Wells. Or to Hines, I should say, sorry. Now to Wells. Back to Hines for 3. Right side up. High bounce off the iron, and 6'4" Badura hauls in the board. Badura now lost the handle. And to the basket on the other end, though, a layup is missed. 2 minutes gone by in the first. Bit of jitters maybe both ways as some unforced turnovers. Shot no good, rebound taken by Hines. Gives it off to Tuttle across the timeline. Right side back to Hines. Left side to Wells for 3. And that'll miss, but gonna call a foul.
Fouls on Rossville, number 3, Donovan.
Jack Donovan called for the foul.
We don't hunt the foul line all 4 of you. They've got 45 seconds.
5:45 to go first quarter. Inbound. Bounce pass now to now Colin for 3 left side. One bounce off the iron, no good. Another rebound by 6'4" Cameron Miller, and now a foul on the way to the basket. Driving was Badura, and there to greet him and picking up the foul is going to be Noah Hines.
His first foul, team foul number 1.
First personal, first team foul to the free throw line, Cameron Badura. 5:31 to play in the first, and the first shot no good. Comes a second shot up, and that one's good. So Badura makes it a 6-3 game. And down the floor, here's Tuttle. Dribbles right, dribbles left. Nice pass left side to Hines now, up top to Tuttle once again. And he Taken away and up and good with the layup is McDonald, now the lead 8-3. Tuttle with it. Right side to Hines. Now Lehman up top. Hines once again. He'll drive the right side. Little runner is missed. Rebound taken, deflected and taken by Hines. Now Wells. Now Tuttle. Back to Wells. Tuttle for three up top. That'll miss. Offensive rebound. Wells. Turnaround shot. Right lane line short. And the rebound goes back to Rossville with 4.5 to play here in the first. Bulldogs up by 5 to the basket, and Knight fans didn't like it. Foul called on Luke Colin. Second team foul, and the first on Luke Colin. To the free throw line. Shot. Maki Jackson misses the first free throw. So 8-3, it's going to be a 2-possession game. Make or miss. Shot up, and that shot good. 4 of the 5 starters have scored. McDonald with 4 to lead them thus far in a 9-3 game. Knights are down a half dozen. Right side to Hines. Now Wells tried to swing a pass to Lehman, tipped away, and that is going to be a traveling violation. A bit out of control. Jacoby McDonald was driving, a little out of control and stumbled over his own feet really, but nonetheless, Knight ball. Wells right side to Colin, now to Lehman. Nice pass up and good. Lehman the basket, Colin the assist. It's 9-5. Knights are down 4. 3:50 left, just past the midpoint here of the opening quarter. Jack Donovan with the ball. Off to Badura, back to Donovan. He's the lone Bulldog without a point thus far. 3-point shot, left corner is up and missing, and offensive rebound, put back up is in and out by McDonald. Now he'll pick up a foul as he picks up the infraction as he fouls Noah Hines. First personal foul. Each team with 2 here. 3:25 to go, opening quarter. Second of 2 here this afternoon. Here from the Irish Classic in Chapman. Bounce pass to Tuttle. Left side Colin. Colin back to Tuttle, right side to Hines. 3 ball up. Front iron, grazes it, no good. Rebound back to the Bulldogs. 3:05 to play in the first. Knights have trailed throughout. And out of bounds it goes to the Bulldogs. Comes the first subs into the game. For the Knights, it'll be Ben Disberger. For Rossville, Andre Johnson. Inbound to Donovan. 2. Kicked out. 3-point shot missed. Rebound goes to Hines. On the other end, and boy, an emphatic block. So it's Cameron Miller swatting it away from Ben Disberger for the Knights, but nonetheless, it is Knight ball. Quick inbound to Hines, back to the near side to Wells. 3 ball, left wing, got it. 3 for Wells, and the lead is down to a point, 9-8. .225 to play, first quarter. Donovan with the ball, looking for a pick, dribbles around Badura, pulls up, right side missed, tipped around out of bounds, Sacred Heart ball. Also in the game now, Connor Bush checking in. for Rossville. Starting 5 save for Disberger in the game. In for Colin for the Knights. Along with Tuttle, Wells, Hines, and Lehman. 2 minutes left, 9-8 here in the opening quarter. Wells to Disberger, kicked out to the near corner. Tuttle drives the baseline. Kick back out. Hines for 3, and he hit. Hines got it. That's a third 3 by the Knights. It's 11-9 Sacred Heart on the other end, and Johnson down and quickly right back up again. Foul's going to go on Will Tuttle. 13 foul. Will's first personal to the free throw line. Andre Johnson for the Bulldogs. Knees bent, shot up, and missed off the heel. Dom Matucci's going to check into the game for the first time, in for Lehman. And back in the game is McDonald, in for Jackson for Rossville. Second free throw's up, and he missed them both. Rebound Disberger for Sacred Heart, and foul on the rebound. Going to call it on Andre Johnson.
His first foul, team foul, 3.
Third team foul, his first personal. Minute 38 to play, first quarter. The Knights up a couple now, 11-9. Tuttle, right side, back to Wells, back to Tuttle. Disberger at the free throw line, left side to Hines, all the way around. Matucci for 3 from the near corner, and he buries it. 4-3 for the Knights. Tuttle, Hines, Wells, and Matucci all with a 3 apiece. Lehman 2 more. Knights lead by 5 now, 14-9. Reaching, really stolen by Wells. And Jackson has it knocked away by Disberger. It's out of bounds back to Rossville. With 66 seconds left here late in the first quarter. And it goes tipped, but right in the hands. Shot up, 3-point range, up and good. Jack Donovan, I mentioned he was the last Bulldog without a basket. 14-12, it cuts the 5-point Knight lead, their biggest, down to 2. 50 seconds left, first quarter. It's a 14-12 Sacred Heart lead by a couple. Left side to Hines. Disberger back to Hines. Left corner. Shot up. Missed. And that's a foul. That's a 3-shot foul coming for Noah Hines. And a foul, another one quickly on Andre Johnson, his second. Fourth team foul. 41.6, and 3 charity tosses coming for Noah Hines. First one good.
At the line is number 11, Hines.
Almost an eerily quiet gym right now on both sides. Second free throw up. That one's off the heel, no good. Lehman's going to check back in for the Knights, and on the floor for the Bulldogs once again is Jackson. Also checking in for the first time is Brock Bush. Connor Bush and Brock Bush both on the floor for the Bulldogs. Third free throw, 2 of 3 for Noah Hines, now with 5 points. The lead is 4. Back to a 2-possession game, now 35 seconds left, late in first quarter. Knights were down by 5. They're shot up by Lehman, up and good. Up by 6 now. Or check that, 2, I should say, 16-4. And the pass by Lehman, I should say, to Wells. Matucci right side, back to Lehman. Under 10 seconds, here's Hines back left wing to Wells, no good, tipped up. 2 down to 1, and Rossville won't get a shot off at the horn. And a good first quarter. The Knights got down 5-0 early, but they finished the opening 8 minutes with a 2-point lead. It's Sacred Heart 16 and Rossville 14. We'll come back after a break with our second quarter after this You're watching and listening to coverage of the Irish Classic presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group, right here on SalinaPost.com.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
Welcome back here to night basketball. (16-14) the score. And we're underway here in the second quarter. Tuttle to Matucci, Disperger in there as well, Wells and Lehman. Maddox back up top, Tuttle for a long three and got it. That's 6 for Tuttle. Back down the floor, a 5-point lead for Rossville. And a drive on the right side. Now a foul's going to be called as number 5 fouls number 5. Tuttle picks up the foul as he fouls Connor Bush. First team foul against the Knights. Hines comes back in for the Knights, in for Tuttle. Badura comes in for Connor Bush for the Bulldogs. $7:16 to go. Back to the other end. Pass underneath and a deflection taken by Disperger for the Knights. Here comes Hines down the floor for Sacred Heart. A minute gone by here in the second. Nearly overthrew Matucci in the near corner. Back to Hines. Hines between the rings. Goes to his right. Back to Matucci beyond the arc. He'll try a three. It'd be his second. That one's no good. And the rebound taken by the Bulldogs in the hands of Jack Donovan. Back down the floor. This is McDonald. Dribbling around, but puts up the runner from the baseline. Shot misses everything. Hines coast to coast, and he got it. 7 for Noah Hines. 6:19. And rolling here in the second, and all of a sudden the Knights are up by 7. 21-14. Bounce pass into the lane and in traffic, and boy, the Knights fans wanted to travel rather, didn't get the call, but 6:01 to play. So this will be a 2-shot foul, bit of confusion here between the referees. Matucci picks up the foul, just his first, second team foul. And again, 6:01 to play before halftime. The Knights are on top of the Bulldogs, 21-14. Free throw up, good. Brock Bush for the point. (21-15). Free throw is up. Second one also good. And down the floor quickly the Knights. Lehman to Matucci. Driving the lane and looking in the corner for Lehman. Headsy play there by Donovan. Falling out of bounds, he actually threw it off of Hines. And it goes off of the Knights. Ball back to Rossville. Here is McDonald. Or Donovan, rather, I should say. Now driving is Miller. Lost the handle in the hands of Disberger. Now Matucci for the Knights. 5.5 to play. Disberger, right low block, up and good off the glass. Disberger's first two. 23-16 Knights by 7. Donovan pulls up, right side mid-range jumper's good. He's got 5. And the lead now is 4, 23-19. Matucci left side to Lehman. Driving, kick back out up top for 3. Hines missed it. Tipped up, out of bounds. Out of bounds to the Knights. Just over 5 minutes to play before halftime. Matucci will inbound for the Knights and overthrew Disberger. And all the way down the floor, the shot missing, offensive board. Bush missed. Miller did not. He's got 5, and the lead is down to 2, 23-21. 4:45 to go. Second quarter. Hines in the corner. To Lehman. Spins to the basket, though. Gives it off to Disberger, and a foul's going to be called. As it'll be charged to Cameron Miller. That'll be just the first team foul against the Bulldogs here in the second.
Fouls on number 11, Miller.
And Miller picks up his first personal. Cole on the inbound. To Hines. Now Matucci. Up top between the ring dribbles to his right. Hands it off to Coland. 4.5 to play in the first half. Knights cling to a 2-point lead. 5-0 spurt right now by Matucci's in the lane. 3-point shot by Colin, left side, good. Colin's first points. All 5 starters now with at least a couple for Sacred Heart. The lead's 5, 26-21. Ill-advised pass and deflected though into the far corner it goes. That'll miss. And right back into Jack Donovan, right place, right time, basket good. He's got 7, and the Knights now by 3, 26-23. Matucci down the floor, hands it off to Colan. Colan, bounce pass to Hines, now back to Matucci. Ball fake, thought about a 3 for a moment, now into a trio of black Bulldog jerseys. Now Hines will drive, double team there, kick back out to the wing to Colan. Back to Lehman in the far side corner, now back to Matucci. Up top to Colan, now driving right lane line. Matucci again to the basket. Up, and it goes. Matucci with 5. And the lead also at 5, 28-23 Knights, 3:15 to play before half. And back down the floor once again. This is Badura. Behind the back dribble now, double teamed in the lane. Kick back out, left side shot short by Miller. Rebound Knights. Outlet now to Hines. Oh, and a block from behind. And Hines hits the deck for a moment. Blocked from behind on Jacoby McDonald. And he's called for the foul. Second team foul, second personal foul for McDonald. 2:58 left, second quarter. It's 28-23 Knights. Free throw off the heel, no good. Here comes Wells in for Matucci, back in for the Knights, and back out there, Maki Jackson going to check in for Jacoby McDonald for the Bulldogs. So second free throw forthcoming. Second free throw up and good. So Noah Hines with 8. 2:50 left. Shot up from the baseline right, up and no good. Rebound, Wells and Disberger both there. Disberger takes it, dumps it off to Wells. Wells down the floor with it. Dribbles right, now left. The pass off to Disberger. To Lehman, to Coleman. Now back to Lehman beyond the arc. Bounce past Disberger, left elbow, shot up and short. Saved, but right back in. Colin saved it, but into the arms of one of the Bulldogs. Open three, right side, shot good. Badura, patient. Colin tried to sail by him, and once Colin had sailed past him, had an open three and hit it. Under 2 to play now on the other end. Wells misses. 29-26. Left side. Pull-up shot. Left lane line missing. Boy, and the Knights did not. And now missing from the backside, up and good. Timeout Knights. 6 for Badura, and that will not make Coach Gormley pleased. 1 point game, 1:38 left before halftime. Sacred Heart 29, Rossville 28, back after a break. You're listening and watching coverage of the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at SalinaPost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
1:38 to go before halftime. 29-28 to score. The Knights by a point. As we've hit 90 seconds left before halftime, Knights cling to a 1-point lead. Wells to Hines, little floater from the right baseline miss. Disberger had a hand on it. And the ball back down the floor. Left lane line to the right, off the glass, up, good. And Brock Bush with 4 points. Dogs back on top, 30-29. 1:10 left before halftime now. It's Colin, now a pass to the right corner, missed by Hines. And the rebound with an even 1 minute left. Here comes Cameron Miller down the floor, lost the handle, 2-on-2 down the floor. And all the way to the basket, off the glass, up, good, and one. Carson Lehman now with 6. 51.1 to go, and Lehman will get the and one free throw. He puts the Knights back on top by 1. Free throw, high arcing shot up and buried it. 7 for Carson. Matucci's going to check back in for Colin for the Knights. And meanwhile, Jackson checks back in for Miller for the Bulldogs. 45 seconds left, late second quarter. It's a 2-point lead for the Knights. And a drive and offensive foul called on the drive. Hines there to take it. And just checking into the game, that was Will Koch, another senior out there at 5'10".
Fouls on Rossville, number 4, Rob. First foul, team foul, number 4.
40 seconds left. See how the Knights play this out, if they'll go for one or... As we're down to 30 seconds now, Knights by 2, 32-30 in the waning moments here of the first half. Tuttle to Hines, now Matucci between the rings. Looks right, goes back to Tuttle to get it. And now to Wells, 15 seconds left. Knights, safe to say, playing for the final shot here of the half. Lehman kicked down Matucci for 3 up top, and he buries it again. Matucci with 7, check that 8. Knights lead by 5, out of bounds. Disberger's going to check in for Tuttle late. 2.2 seconds left. One final gasp here. Comes Colin into the game Calling for Hines. 35-30 Knights, 2.2 left, and right in front of the Knight bench. Jackson will inbound for the Bulldogs. A shot at the horn, missed. And that'll do it for the opening half. 35-30, the Knights on top in this one by 5 at the break. We'll take a break. We will come back. Individual scoring numbers and more after this. The Knights lead it by 5, as it was a 5-0 lead that opened the game for the Bulldogs, so a 10-point swing. Knights now by 5 here at the break. Sacred Heart 35 and Rossville 30. And you're listening and watching the coverage of the Irish Classic here from Chapman, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group here on SalinaPost.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at SalinaPost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
Winter travel can be treacherous if your tires are worn out. Stay safe with an inspection at Commercial Tire Company. Cold weather also drops the inflation in your tires. Get them checked today to avoid losing grip or damaging your tires. Commercial Tire will help keep you safe. For repairs that aren't tire related, our automotive and diesel mechanics will fix it right the first time. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th, Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart basketball here from the Irish Classic, second day of 3 of this round-robin tournament. And speaking of which, I do want to remind you, if you're just joining us, that the games tomorrow, I know there's not as many Knight fans here, whether it be work and just or whatever other commitments, but just the early times for the Knights and the Rossville games, that if you're listening back in Salina right now, you're watching with us back in Salina right now, or the listening area, if you're heading out here tomorrow, the tip times have been moved up an hour. So if you were planning on coming out for the games tomorrow, the original tip time was 2 o'clock for the girls, and the boys to follow, they are now at 1 o'clock. And the boys to follow, so the girls will have coverage here of the Chapman girls in Rossville. Devin Haney will have the call of those games here from the district gym. I'll be in the middle school gym with Sacred Heart and Bishop Ward. And again, the girls' games in both gyms for the varsity teams will start at 1, and the boys' games will both follow at about 2:30. So again, if you're heading out, make sure you leave an hour earlier, as the tip times tomorrow have changed. Halftime here from Chapman, our second game of 2 today. Boys in action between the Knights and the Dogs, and the Bulldogs trail by 5 after a 10-point swing. It was a 5-0 spurt to start the game by Rossville, and they now trail by 5 to the Bulldogs to the Knights. 35-30 here at the halftime break. Scoring in the game thus far: No one in double figures as of yet. Noah Hines with 8. Don Matucci off the bench with 8. 7 for Carson Lehman. 3 apiece for Luke Colin. And for Maddox Wells, 6 for Will Tuttle. 2 points for Ben Disberger. Meanwhile, for Rossville, 4 points for Jacoby McDonald, 7 to lead the Bulldogs by Jack Donovan, 6 for Cameron Badura, 5 for Cameron Miller, 4 for Brock Bush off the bench, and 1 of 2 back in the opening quarter by Maki Jackson. So again, Jack Donovan leads the Bulldogs with 7, and Noah Hines and Don Matucci co-leaders, and they lead all scorers as they have 8 apiece here in the game thus far. Update you on some scores later on, as once we get into the evening games, other games will be going on as usual here on a high school basketball Friday night. We'll have more scores to share along with you. But right now our score between these two, that being the Rossville and Sacred Heart boys, as Rossville came in 1-0, Sacred Heart came in 2-0. And right now the Knights with a 2-possession lead here at intermission, as the Knights lead it, Sacred Heart 35, Rossville 30. We'll come back after a break and we'll get set for the start of the third quarter and second half after a break. And Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett here on the broadcast. We're glad you're along with us here on SalinaPost.com. As you're listening to coverage, you're listening to coverage and watching coverage of the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment. Upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit SalinaSepticService.com.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
Close your eyes. Now imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting El Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialist. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart basketball here on SalinaPost.com. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett on the broadcast this afternoon. And we are far from done here today. This is the second game of our first doubleheader between Rossville and Sacred Heart, but plenty more to come. We've got Chapman and Bishop Ward in the second half of the quadruple header here today. Likewise, tomorrow we'll have all 4 games. They'll be in 2 separate gyms, so Devin Haney will have the Chapman games. I'll have the Sacred Heart games. We'll be streaming those as well. But for right now, Rossville and Sacred Heart's a 5-point game. Underway in the second half, 35-30 the score. That's out of bounds, night ball. Forcing a turnover with just 10 seconds gone by here in the third. Here come the Knights. Wells, right side. Shot no good from 3-point range for Luke Colin, and the rebound goes back to Rossville. Opening 30 seconds here of the third. Kick back out to the wing, and now a drive around a pick, and blocking foul is going to be called on Lehman. First foul for either team.
First foul, team foul number 1.
First team foul against the Knights early here in the second half. Free throws missed. And that was just the first personal against Carson Lehman. Second one up and good. So Badura has 7, and that cuts the lead down to 4 for the Knights. Left side to Wells in the corner. Tuttle for 3, and he's got it. Well, Will's consistent right now. A 3 in the first, a 3 in the second, and a 3 now in the third. He's got 9 points. A minute gone by now in the third. Knights by 7 again, 38-31. Ball fake from the left wing. Now a drive around Tuttle. Shot missing, rebound by Tuttle. Basket no good by Badura. And the Knights will take possession down the floor to Hines. Out now to Wells. Now Tuttle, Coland, and Lehman. All 5 guys a hand on it now. Tuttle for 3 again. And here he goes. Another 3. 12 on 4 threes, and the lead is all of a sudden 10. 6:32 to play, third quarter at Sacred Heart 41, Rossville 31. We'll take a break. It's a full timeout as our score, the Knights up by 10, 41-31 against Rossville. You're watching and listening to coverage of the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at SalinaPost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Back once again here at the USD 473 District Gym, home of the Chapman Irish. They'll be playing a little later on in our final 2 games of the day. Second of 4 right now. Coverage of all 4 of them right here. The pass up, no good. Put back up. That one will go for Will Koch. His first 2. And lead at 8 for the Knights. 41-33. Wells to Hines in the lane, puts up a shot. That one caroms out though, right in the hands. Tuttle with it. Oh, and another 3-shot foul coming. Back in the first half, it was Noah Hines who was 2 of 3 on it. He was fouled in the act of a 3. And now Tuttle's going to get 3 free throws as well. That one all the way around. It went from
At the line is Tuttle.
Wells to Lehman, kicked out to Tuttle. First free throw good. Tuttle had 6 at halftime. He's got 13 now. 25 in that last game against Chapman on Tuesday. Conley buries all 3, does the Sacred Heart Jr. 15 all of a sudden, 9 in the quarter. We played just over 2 minutes since halftime. 5:45 to play in the third. (44-33) the score. 3-point shot on the other end. That'll miss. Rebound, long one to Tuttle. Off the miss from Badura for Rossville. Down the floor for the Knights, Maddox Wells. In the center circle. Off to his left to Hines. Hines a couple of steps beyond the arc, left wing. Now in the corner on the far side. Looking for underneath. Some contact there between the counterpart number 3s, Coland and Donovan, for their respective teams, but no foul either way. 5 minutes left here in the third. 44-33. Bulldogs down 11 with the ball. Here's McDonald back in there. Long 2 from the wing, left miss, rebound Tuttle. And off it goes to Wells. And Wells lost it. Tried to dump it off to Lehman and tapped back to him. And he hits the deck over in the front row of the, well, it'll be the Chapman student section here for the last 2 games, but
Fouls on Rossville. 0, McDonald.
McDonald called for the foul. His 3rd, 2nd on the team. And checking in there again is Connor Bush. Also Andre Johnson back on the floor for the Bulldogs. Inbound from Tuttle to Wells. 4:35 to play third quarter. Tuttle for 3 again, and he's caught fire. Another 3. 18 for Will. 6 at halftime. He's got 3 threes and 3 free throws here in the third. And there is a foul against the Knights, it would appear. It'll be on Lehman. 2nd team foul on the Knights. And Lehman's 2nd personal. Each team rung up for a couple here in the third quarter. 6-point game, or what, not 6-point game, 12-point game. Wow, 14-point game. I was always good at math except the last 10 seconds I tried to tell that score. 47-33 Knights, excuse me. The Knights up by 14. That 3-ball missing from the far corner. Offensive rebound. The shot no good by Badura. Johnson now with the ball between the rings as we approach the midpoint of the third with 4 minutes gone by, 4 to go here in the quarter. And the Knights with a 14-point cushion, 47-33. In the backcourt, Wells off to Tuttle, right side, near side. Colin to Hines, back to the far corner to Tuttle. Tuttle again spins to the basket, short. Rebound, Disberger. Now Tuttle for 3 again. That one's going to miss. And the rebound taken by Connor Bush in Rossville. 3:25 to play in the third. Up top, Johnson with it, a spin, forces it up, and that one rolls off the iron. Just sat there and slowly rolled off. Now along 3, right wing far side. That's missed. Another offensive rebound. Will Koch. Back to the near side to Badura. And that, well, they're going to call Hines with the foul. Matucci's going to come in for Colin.
Team foul number 3.
Miller comes in for Badura. It's a non-shooting foul. Inbound, quick shot, up, no good. Rebound, Disberger for the Knights, off to Tuttle. Matucci out there. Wells and Hines in there for the Knights. 2:50 left in the third, and all the way to the rack, though. The shot wouldn't go. But 2 shots drawn on the foul by Will Tuttle. Foul's going to go on Will Koch. He's got a couple. Actually, he's got 3. I take that back. Third on the team as well. Free throw by Tuttle off the heel.
At the line for Sacred Heart, Tuttle.
Koch will check out. Back in there is Brock Bush for Rossville. Tuttle's second free throw, calmly buried. So the lead 15 now for the Knights. 20-point swing. They trailed 5-0 early. Biggest lead now at 15 points, 48-33. The turnaround and a shot by Bush. That's missed. Offensive rebound. Put back up, no good. Rebound, Will Tuttle. And dumped off to Wells, and now, or Hines to Wells, I should say. Now Tuttle, far corner, Matucci. 3-ball. Got it. Dom Matucci with 11. He's in double figures off the bench. The lead is up to 18 now, 51-33. The Knights led by just 5 at the break. But on a 16-3 run now, from 35-30 now, 51-33 in favor of the Knights. Foul called on Wells. Free throw up and good by Jack Donovan. He's got 8. Second free throw's up, and that's also good. So he leads the Bulldogs in scoring with 9. 19 for Tuttle to lead all scorers. 2 minutes left in the third, and pass thrown away as Hines looking for Matucci. Threw it behind him, and Hines is going to come out. Colin back in there, or checked out Lehman, I should say. A second shy of 2 minutes left here, third quarter. Knights by 16, 51-35. Trying to pick right side, 3-ball up, 3-ball good by Jack Donovan. He's got a dozen, 5 in the quarter. Stoppage of play at the 1:47 mark of the third. And they're calling referee coming over here to the scorer's table in front of me. Well, he was holding up I'm assuming that. I thought he was holding up the 3 fingers to indicate jersey number 3, but nonetheless, no fouls called. Now Disberger with it in the lane. Scrappy play by Matucci on the floor. Now for 3 on the far corner is missed. And the rebound taken back by Cameron Miller and back to Rossville. 1:20 left in the third. Knights up 13 and out of bounds, slipping down with it. Brock Bush. Ball back to the Knights with a $1:19 to play in the third. And the lead is 13 for Sacred Heart, 51-38. Tuttle left side. Back to Tuttle. Left lane line, 1 bounce, 2 bounce. Disberger the rebound. Tip back to Will. Back out between the rings now to Lehman. Tuttle drives left baseline, though. Got his own rebound, and now he's fouled. It'll be 4 team fouls on the Bulldogs. Each team rung up with 4 now in the quarter. And that foul's going to go on Andre Johnson, his 3rd personal. 56.2 to go, and another one. Another free throw for Will Tuttle. And that's 20. for Will. And 21. 55 seconds left. The lead back up to 15. 53-38 Knights. And Rossville, nice drive in the lane though. Scoop shot underneath, no good by Connor Bush. Rebound Knights. Comes Wells down the floor to Lehman. Lehman near corner. Matucci off to Wells to Tuttle in the far corner again for three. Jeez. And again, he's good. He's got 23. He's got 17 in the quarter, the third quarter alone. And we've got 15 seconds left to work with for Rossville. And three ball from the near corner is also good to answer. That basket good. Cameron Miller with 8. Cuts the lead to 15 again. 56. There's a reach and then a takeaway and ahead of the pack. He's going to go up for the dunk. Will it count? Yes. Miller's lucky he didn't half a second later and that wouldn't have counted. But at the end of three, the Knights by 13. It's 56-43. Back with the fourth quarter after this break. You're listening and watching coverage of the Irish Classic on SalinaPost.com.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back to Sacred Heart basketball here on SalinaPost.com. Well, Will Tuttle had a 3 in the first and a 3 in the second. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 4 threes and 7 from the free throw line. Will Tuttle, 24 through 3 now. Knights by 13. Loose ball, and it's out of bounds, and they point one way, they point the other. It's going to be Rossville basketball. Player down, and he's going to get right back up. Brock Bush. Oohs and ahs across the way as he got knocked down. So Colin was going to check out. Hines back in there for the Knights. It's a half minute gone by here, early fourth. And the lead for the Knights, 11 at 56-45. Hines with the ball. Swing pass to the far side to Lehman. Lehman in the corner. That's Wells over there. Dribbles now up top. Tuttle again. And he hits it again. 27 for Will Tuttle. 14-point game, 59-45. On the other end to answer. That'll miss. Tipped up. And on the floor is Wells off to Hines. Night ball. Miller couldn't answer the three, and the Knights lead it by 14, 59-45. 6:45 to play in the game. And that's out of bounds off of Hines. Unforced error, so to speak. Checking back in McDonald and Madura. And they'll come in. Landon Lewis was out there momentarily. Connor Bush also out for Rossville. About 90 seconds gone by here in the fourth quarter. Knights by 14. 3-point shot, open shot from the right wing, missed short. Tipped into the hands, a shot up into the hands of Badura. 2 shots coming. This will be the first team foul for either team here in the fourth.
Fouls on Sacred Heart number 5, Tuttle.
Tuttle called for the foul, his third. Free throws up and good. Badura with 8.
22, Madera.
Second free throw by Badura up. That one off the heel, no good. Tipped up. Disberger got the tip in the hands of Tuttle for the Knights. Here comes Wells down the floor quickly to Hines. Open three, right corner. Got it. Hines with 3. Tuttle with 3 here in the fourth. 62-46, the lead, 16 for the Knights. 2 minutes into the fourth. All the way to the basket, left side though, shot missing, put back up. That's also missed. And on the floor for it, Bulldogs get it back now, a 3-point shot. That's missed. And the rebound goes to Hines for the Knights. Miller missed, Bush missed, Donovan missed, and the Knights get the ball back. And now it's out of bounds, far side. Ball will be back to the Knights. Checking back in, Will Koch in for Brock Bush for Rossville. Barring a huge collapse, the Knights are going to improve to 3-0 on the season. And Rossville will fall to 1-1. Pull-up shot left lane line is missed. Missed by Wells, rebound Badura, back to Rossville. Left side, open three, short. Offensive rebound there for a moment. Loose ball taken by Wells. And Hines now in the backcourt. We approach the 5-minute mark here in the fourth. Matucci to the scorer's table, set to check back in. Dump pass to Disberger. Nice lob to him. Disberger's got 4 and give the assist to Wells. Foul called on Will Koch. The basket good. Bonus free throw upcoming. Matucci's in, Wells goes out. Or check that rather, Hines I should say. Tuttle, Wells, Matucci, Lehman, and Disberger at the line for the Knights. Free throw up. Good looking rotation, 3 in the quarter, 5 for the game for Ben. 5 minutes left and the lead is now a 19. 65-46. Zip pass now to the corner, now the wing, left side up and good. Cameron Miller's got 13. The lone Bulldog in double figures, now a zip pass looking down. And turnabout fair play, this time it's Disberger who throws it as he was falling out of bounds, threw it off Jacoby McDonald to retain possession for the Knights. Or no, did he? I take that back. It is out of bounds off the Knights. Tried to answer anyway. Shot no good. Rebound Tuttle off the Miller miss. In the backcourt, bad pass there. Ball back to Rossville. 4:18 to go in the game. The Knights 65, the Bulldogs 49. Quick inbound in the lane, McDonald. And down there, nice scrappy play. That was Wells on the floor to take the ball away. Now Matucci back to Wells near side. As we approach Lehman between the rings, pass to Wells in the lane. Little short jumper, good. Wells with a modest 5 points. And the Knights up by 18, 67-49. 3:45 left, 3 ball left side is up and short. Offensive rebound and lost it. Did Will Koch. Offensive rebound, put back up and good from the left baseline. Cameron Miller, 15 points. Full time, I was gonna say full court press, about the same time. Coach Gormley calls a timeout for the Knights. We'll take one as well. 3.5 to go before the end of this one. Knights on top by 16, 67-51. The Knights lead the Bulldogs of Rossville. Back after a break as you're watching and listening to coverage of the Irish Classic here in Chapman on Salina Post, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
And now back to Sacred Heart basketball.
Welcome back to the USD 473 gym. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett on the broadcast. 3.5 remains between the Knights and their third victory of the season. 3:31 to be exact. Inbound goes to Matucci. Down the floor he goes. Dalen Dick in there, 5'6" freshman, some playing time here for Rossville. Nearly stolen at half court. As getting it back was Lehman, gives it off to Colin, and he dribbled on the sideline. Out of bounds with 3:14 to go. Knights remain on top by 16, 67-51. Ben Disperger going to go back into the game. And for Colin. So Disperger joins Matucci, Tuttle. Also in there is Wells, and also in there is Lehman. Well, just throwing it up there is McDonald. Foul's going to be called on Disperger. Second team foul on the Knights here in the fourth. Disperger just his first personal. Free throw is up, and that is the iron, the backboard, the iron, and out it goes. Here comes Luke Colin back in the game, in for Disperger for the Knights. Free throw is up and good. So 67-52 the score. Up high with it is Lehman. To the basket all the way down the floor. 1-on-2 disadvantage, but shot though is missed. We got 3 minutes left here in the fourth. 15-point game. There's a shot from the left baseline missing. Rebound to Colin, off to Tuttle in the backcourt. Matucci with it now, trying to break this Rossville press, and does. 2:40 left in the game. Here's Tuttle again to the rack, off the glass, missed the shot, but drew a two-shot foul. 2:39 left in regulation. Knights 67, Bulldogs 52. Disperger back to the scorers table one more time.
Fouls on number 10.
Free throw good by Tuttle. 28.
At the line for Sacred Heart.
A modest 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 here in the fourth. 5 here in the fourth. 29 for Will Tuttle. 18 of those in that third quarter. So the Knights screw their biggest lead at the moment, or at that point in the game, 19 points. And there is a foul call. 2:28 left. Again, while I'm thinking of it, if you're just joining us or haven't heard as of yet, the games tomorrow, if you're heading out here to Chapman tomorrow, the games will be an hour earlier than originally scheduled. Instead of 2 o'clock, the girls, Sacred Heart and Chapman, 2 gyms, 2 games apiece. Chapman and Rossville with Devin Haney on the call in the district gym. Myself on the call, Sacred Heart and Bishop Ward in the middle school gym. Tip time's 1 o'clock instead of 2, so make sure you leave an hour earlier than you planned on tomorrow afternoon. Comes Colin back in the game for Disperger. 2:22 left. 16-point game. Knights 69. Dogs Bulldogs 53. Free throw up, missing. Tipped, rebound to Lehman. Tuttle, back to Lehman. 2:15 left. There's Wells. Wells double team near half court, dribbles out of it. Matucci, right baseline, around to the corner. Tuttle thought about a three from the far corner. Off the pass from Colin, gets it back to Luke. Now Luke beyond the arc. Wells stripped for a moment. It is stolen now by McDonald, and a whistle and a stoppage of play. And they're going to call Wells with the foul. His second, and that's 5 on the Knights. So a 2-shot foul coming now for Jacoby McDonald.
Team foul number 5.
Donald first free throw.
At the line for Rossville is McDonald.
Missing the first one. Second free throw is up and good. 5 for McDonald. With 1:50 left. Wells near half court, gives it off to Matucci. Knights trying to milk a little clock now. Matucci from the right elbow. Left wing now on the far side. To Colin. Back to Matucci beyond the arc. 90 seconds left in the game now. Knights by 15, and a reach-in foul is going to be called on Jack Donovan. That'll be just the third team foul.
Fouls on Rossville number 3, Donovan. His second foul.
Donovan's second personal.
Team foul.
So still one more to give. For the Bulldogs. Even minute and a half to go in the game. And it goes to Wells. Wells in the backcourt, along with Dalen Dick. And there's another stoppage of play. And that's going to be called on Dick.
Fouls on number 10, Dalen Dick.
His second personal and the fourth team foul. So checking in now, James Winch, 5'5" junior for Rossville. Out goes Jack Donovan. 1:22 left in the game, and a pass into the backcourt to Tuttle. The clock continues winding down on this one. Lehman on the wing right to Tuttle. And now Matucci looking for Wells, gets it to him between the rings. Now Tuttle one more time. Back to the near side, back to Matucci. A minute to go in the game now. Knights, as I mentioned, they're going to go to 3-0 as head coach Brian Gormley's going to clear his bench. Knights call a timeout. Checking in, Disberger back in for the Knights. Also out there, Ben Mars. And a couple of guys that saw some playing time on Tuesday, also out there for the Knights. Jordan King out there, as is Graham Armstrong. 45 seconds to go. Matucci with the ball. The Knights with a 15-point lead. Matucci, loose ball, and boy, on the floor. Scrappy play there by King. Clock stopped now, 35 seconds to go, 35.3. The Knights remain on top by 15. So King's going to inbound it. Into the backcourt to Matucci. 30 seconds left in this one. Matucci with it. Dumped off to Ben Mars between the rings. 25 seconds left. Mars, wow, just about hit that too. He was going out of bounds, tried to just heave it up towards the basket and just about got it despite the tough angle. Back up between the rings, a long three is missed. Long rebound, and Mars there for a moment. Rebound, shot up and good. And that'll do it. Dalen Dick with a couple to end it. The Knights finish it though. They win it 69-56, our final score. We'll come back after a break. Give you the final scoring numbers and more after this one. 69-56, the Knights split with Rossville as the boys win it by 13 here on SalinaPost.com. You're listening and watching coverage of the Irish Classic on SalinaPost.com.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at SalinaPost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at SalinaPainClinic.org.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
You're listening to Sacred Heart Basketball.
Welcome back once again to Sacred Heart Basketball. Adam Coulter and Brian Dennett on the broadcast. We hope you're enjoying our coverage thus far. We've got, well, we're at the midpoint. The afternoon, the matinee is finished, but the nightcap still to come as we shift gears from Sacred Heart and Rossville's boys and girls now to Chapman and Bishop Ward's boys and girls as the Cyclones and Irish will be getting started in, well, the clock hasn't started, so not sure how soon we'll get this one underway, but the Irish and Cyclones girls action will start us off here, and then the boys will finish us up here this afternoon and this evening. Final scoring in the game before we finish up the Sacred Heart portion of our coverage. 29 points far and away. And for Will Tuttle, I mentioned a modest 3 in the first, 3 in the second, 5 in the fourth. $29 points. Again, 3 in the first, 3 in the second. I was doing my math. I thought I messed it up, and maybe I still did, but 5 in the fourth, 18 in the third alone for Will Tuttle, and 29 points for him. 11 off the bench for Dom Matucci. Also 7 for Carson Lehman. 5 apiece off the bench for Ben Disperger. Also 5 for Maddox Wells. 3 for Luke Coland. And not missing anybody. That would be it. So again, Tuttle with 29 and Hines with 11. Also Matucci with 11 to lead Sacred Heart to victory here. They're 3-0 after this one. Rossville, 12 points by Jack Donovan. 15 led actually the team. 15 from Cameron Miller. Again, a dozen from Donovan. 8 points from Cameron Badura. 6 off the bench from Brock Bush. 5 for Jacoby McDonald. 2 apiece off the bench from Will Koch and Dalen Dick. And 1 point back in the first quarter. 1 of 2 from the free throw line for Maki Jackson. All those numbers said. Final score once again. Sacred Heart led by as many as 19. They win it by a score, by 13 by a score of 69-56. Earlier on, our girls score 57-50 as the Rossville ladies upended the Sacred Heart Knight girls team. So the Knights and the Rossville Bulldogs split as the Lady Knights go to 1-2. And And again, the Knights go to 1-2, do the girls, and the boys improve to 3-0 on the season. So congrats to the Sacred Heart boys in their win, and it was a tough game for the girls. It was a great game to start us off, definitely, but the Knights fell in the end by 7. Sacred Heart tomorrow, again, 1 o'clock tip-off for those games. I'll have the call of that one. Devin Haney will have the other one. It'll be Sacred Heart and Bishop Ward, and it'll be Rossville and Chapman. Devin will have the call of Chapman. I'll have the call of Sacred Heart. Both those boys and girls doubleheaders here tomorrow. Tip time, again, has been changed an hour earlier. Tip time for the girls in both games, featuring Sacred Heart and Chapman, 1 o'clock, and the boys will follow here from the Irish Classic in Chapman. So we'll take another break. We will come back and get set for our third of 4 in the quadruple header here today, as it'll be the Chapman girls taking on Bishop Ward, as both teams looking for their first victory of the season. We'll come back and shift gears to the Irish and the Lady Cyclones after a break, as you're listening to coverage of the Irish Classic here on SalinaPost.com, presented by Kirsten Ross, Realtor with Homefront Real Estate Group.